Hi guys, please excuse the look. I just got home from work and it's 1 a.m. here. Um, I have a doctor appointment in the morning and I'm a little apprehensive about it. Um, I recently signed a release for my therapist and my doctor to communicate, and this is the first time I've had a release in, I want to say like 8 years, 9 years or so. So I haven't really had a treatment team that worked together since I was quite young. And it's a little nerve wracking to know that the general gist of how my therapist thinks that I'm doing overall can be relayed to my doctor. Um, it's probably good because usually my doctor visits are just more like med checks, like I'm in and out in like 10 minutes unless something more severe is going on. But there have only been a couple times when my sessions have gone longer than that, and um, it was before I was seeing a therapist. So it is what it is, but I know that 2 weeks ago she mentioned in passing that, we look into an IOP program, and I kind of mentally freaked out at that. Like, oh my gosh, this isn't necessary. Like, why does she think that this is necessary and I don't have time? And I'm definitely nowhere nowhere close to being sick enough to need one, I don't think. Um, so that kind of freaks me out a little bit. And then I went back last week and she had written down PHP programs, and that totally took me aback. Like, wait a sec, last week you mentioned an IOP program, and then this week we haven't even really talked about an IOP program, and you've already looked into PHP programs a little bit, written down names and everything. And then the end of our session, which went pretty well, I thought. She said that she was going to look into the admissions criteria for different PHP programs, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like putting the cart ahead of the horse type of thing. I don't have time. I don't have the financial capabilities to cover it, I don't think. Sorry, I'm tired. And this is not necessary. Like, I am not anywhere near needing that. So, needless to say, I'm a little nervous about my appointment tomorrow. Um, I was sitting at work today on my break, thinking of all of a sudden thinking about what does recovery look like? Like, what would that look like for me? And all of a sudden in my head, I was like, oh well, just just do that. Just eat healthy and work out, and everything will be good. And I have this mental picture of myself doing just that, working out 5 times a week and eating super balanced. And in this mental picture, though, the interesting thing is and this is how it's always been, in my mental picture of myself in the future, I weigh a good probably mm, 40 pounds less or so than I do right now. In my head, that's my idea of like ideal. I don't know. And it's just weird how even looking at the future, how that's how I see things. Like, oh, happy, great life, blah blah blah, healthy, happy, great job, and I'm super thin in my mental picture. I don't know. I don't know what that means or why I felt it necessary to bring it up. but I don't know. This week it has been difficult food wise, but I've been doing really like the behaviors have been minimal. I've still been restricting, but not as much, and therefore like the number has been up a little bit on the scale. And the bizarre thing is that like I start to think like, oh well, tomorrow's Monday, and I get to start like restricting again and cutting back a lot. And it's weird how, sorry, I keep yawning. I used to equate like, oh, like I have to restrict, and now I'm like, oh, I get to, like it's, you know, a good thing that like I look forward to doing and I get to do. But I should like not make videos past like 1 a.m. or 12 a.m. I don't know, earlier than it is right now. But now it's something that like is comforting, and I feel like, you know, I'm successful when I restrict more. I'm making progress, or, you know, I have control is a big thing. So I don't know. I'm sure that tomorrow when I see my doctor, he's gonna suggest that like we run labs and maybe do an EKG, and that's kind of like a double-edged sword because like this past week I've been doing well when it comes to like minimizing behaviors. So I don't know if that will affect lab work or not, or if it'll, you know, I don't know. It's like in one way, like labs coming back good kind of just like reinforces that what I'm doing isn't bad and nothing needs to change. But if my lab work came back bad, I don't even know what I'd do. Like, I have no idea what I would do. If that would be motivation to stop, or if it would just be like, oh, well, it could always be worse. I have no clue. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It's normally fine. Like, the majority of the times that I've had those in the back, it's been fine. And there have been a few times where some things have been off and, you know, whatever. But my heart rate's up a little bit, so that's good. My blood pressure's fine. So, I don't know. When I don't restrict, I find that when I don't restrict, like, as much, I find that my heart rate, like, usually is pretty much in the 50s. But, usually when I have a really bizarre bruise on my leg, and I have no idea what it's from. Anyway, usually like when I go to my doctor's office, my heart rate is up a little bit because there's some like anxiety associated with that and the like. So we'll see where it is tomorrow, but hopefully I will update tomorrow after my appointment and let you all know how it goes. I'm sure it'll be just fine. So that's it for now, because I'm going to continue to get more tired and probably get really loopy. So hope you enjoyed this rambling video that is now like 9, sorry, I just like, my screen went black on me. It's now like 9 minutes of just me talking about nothing. So that's it. See you later.